I was joined by Sir Sherard Cowper-Coles, a former diplomat and the British ambassador to many countries during his long distinguished diplomatic career, including Afghanistan and Israel. Now senior advisor to both the group chairman and the CEO of HSBC, he's also chairman of CBBC, the China-Britain Business Council. We discussed China, its place in the world and engagement with it. Well, Sir Sherard, thank you very much indeed for joining us. It's a privilege to have you with us.
Well, it's a pleasure, but it's also important because few things matter more in today's world than the relationship between the West and China.
What is the driver that makes us certain that actually engaging with China on all the issues that the world is facing is something that's strategically important for our own interests?
Well, it's certainly important for us economically in terms of investments, exports, in terms of education, culture, in terms of opening up a Chinese mind that is already pretty open and knows more about us than in many cases we know about them. So I think it makes sense in terms of our own British or Western interests. We shouldn't engage with China because we love China, although we may love China. We should engage with China because it's in our interest to do so. And it makes economic sense. It also helps manage the inevitable disagreements over Hong Kong, Xinjiang, the South China Sea, human rights, whatever it may be. It was Zhou Enlai, that wily old diplomat, who told Mao Zedong that the approach to managing China's relationships should be seeking common ground while acknowledging differences and preserving each other's core interests. And in my view, that is exactly the attitude post-COVID, post-Brexit Britain should take towards China. Engage, but in your own interests, and disagree on political issues or whatever it may be, where you need to disagree, but have a grown-up, load-bearing relationship.
And you think it is possible to disagree with China on certain issues, but yet engage with China on others?
Very much so. I mean, I was head of the Hong Kong department of the Foreign Office in the 3.5 years up to the handover. And I disagreed with China on many things. We had some extremely tough negotiations, but we kept the channels of communication open. We kept engagement going. And Margaret Thatcher, I think, understood this better than anyone. I mean, obviously, emotionally, in terms of her political culture, her heart found many things about Chinese communism not exactly to her taste. But her head told her that in the British interest, it was right to talk to Deng Xiaoping. It was right to engage with China. The other point I'd make, David, is that many of the global problems the world faces today, the international economic architecture, climate change, public health, cannot be solved without China, particularly in an era where America is disengaging unilaterally from the world. If we want safer skies, safer seas, a cleaner planet, fewer public health emergencies, we have to work with China, not try to cut ourselves off from it.
Well, Sir Sherard, it's always a privilege to have your expert and unique perspective and analysis. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.
A great pleasure, David. Thank you.